Hello people, and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, got a post here from the HBAR Foundation, and I'm really happy to see this because one of the companies that we're talking about here, the one that I covered, I think I've covered them twice in total, but I was really bullish on this company. I really think their use case is incredible, and I think long term, when we look into the future, I think they're going to be big. And if not just specifically this company, there could be others that come from it, but I really think this has a lot of promise. So the post says as follows: we're excited to see at WePay_Caribbean, the leading payment platform in the Caribbean, partner with at Zenny Travel to drive digital travel payments throughout the Caribbean on at Hedera. Okay, let's keep going. Through this partnership, WePay users can now leverage Zenny's best-in-class travel technology, gaining access to global travel inventory, real-time pricing, and simplified booking. WePay's platform revolutionizes the ability for residents of the Caribbean to make cross-border payments, which has historically been a huge challenge due to limited access to foreign exchange and high transaction fees. The Zenny platform empowers businesses to launch comprehensive travel booking solutions. This includes wholesale rate inventory, custom markup tools, built-in CRM systems, and seamless system integrations. On Hedera, Zenny has already processed 6 million plus transactions, 4.5 million plus bookings, and settled $3.9 million plus over 350k plus wallets. We look forward to this ramping up over the next year. By combining these features with WePay's flexible and inclusive payment platform, the partnership is set to redefine how Caribbean travelers book and pay for their journeys. You can read more in our HBAR blog. Okay guys, absolutely incredible stuff here, and the company I was referring to is Zenny Travel. I really like what these guys are doing because it's just so unique. So a long story short, to try and explain what Zenny Travel is, if you just think about eBay, right, where you can just go online and people are now, people have got like their own shops on eBay, right, where they sell like phones and cooking appliances, whatever, like they just sell whatever they have, right? But they, it's become a thing now where you haven't just got to go to like, a shop in, the local store or, whatever. Well, this is basically like the eBay for travel. You can actually run your own travel agency, right? Like you can, set everything up so that you can say, okay, let me get a deal with this hotel. Let me get a deal with this flight, cover all the stuff in terms of, their taxi to get to the hotel once they're in the country, that kind of thing. And then, you put it all together, you get a price, and then you put your own price, because obviously you're going to make some profit, and you put it on there. Now, what you got to understand is like most of the big traveling agents, they're all probably, yes, they're going to be competitive prices, but it's going to be within a certain limit, right? Because they all want to make a profit. So if you come in now as someone who, you're independent, you're not working for like a big company, a big travel company, you might be able to look at these prices and think, I can do this holiday for way cheaper than what these, big travel companies are charging. So what happens there? Well, it's very likely. I mean, you're going to have to build up a reputation, right? Because the first thing is going to be like trust. But if you still get some people who are thinking, well, I want to save a few dollars or whatever, yeah, they'll probably try you out. And if it goes well, yeah, like, oh gosh, I went on holiday with this company, like so cheap, found them on Zenny Travel or whatever. I'm going to use them going forward. It was really good, a really good experience, and way cheaper than going like through, a normal travel agent. Well, then, you build up a reputation and people coming to you now. So you're, taking customers from these big travel agents. Like the opportunity for this, like I say, it's like the eBay of travel. Like I can see this being a big thing in the future where this becomes, a big deal, and it becomes a thing where the big travel agents are having to rechange their prices, like relist their prices to be more competitive, because now the independent, agents are coming in and charging way cheaper, so I really think that could be the future. So seeing these guys come in here, like I think it's a great thing to see. But yeah, long story short, what we're talking about here, helping out the Caribbean and, in terms of like holidays and stuff like that. Because at first I was looking at it as cross-border payments. I was thinking, well, what's any travel got to do with doing like cross-border payments? But I get it now. What they're talking about is like normally when people are booking holidays, they're not doing it through, maybe like a Caribbean agency. They might be having to do it through like an American agency or something like that. And so that's probably why they're having to convert the money and whatnot to, the dollar currency or whatever, that kind of thing. But yeah, like for this, why is this so good? Well, first and foremost, it's, continuing to help with Zenny get more adoption, but it's also helping with Hedera, right? Because as they said, the reason why these people are going to these kind of companies, they're trying to save money at the end of the day. And let's be honest, when we're talking in this day and age right now, that's a big deal, right? Like a lot of people out here struggling in this day and age, like it's ridiculous right now. And so saving money is definitely a must for a lot of people. And so this is where like you're talking about like the Caribbean, like making it more possible for the Caribbean to do like holiday payments and things like that, and do bookings and stuff. Well, this could be a thing where like the whole of the Caribbean are now adopting Hedera, obviously not directly but indirectly through Zenny Travel, right? And that's just a huge massive adoption going to Hedera ultimately, because it's like the byproduct, right? It's all powered by Hedera. And this is what I mean when I say again about mass adoption. These are the kind of things that I'm talking about. Like the people who are booking this stuff, they might not have any idea that this is all being done via Hedera. They're just like, hey, I'm just using Zenny Travel, right? Like I don't know what happens behind the scenes or how it all works. I just make a payment to Zenny Travel, then next thing I know, my thing's booked. They don't know that, behind the scenes, it's cryptocurrency that's powering this. It's all being run by HBAR. It's all being run on the hashgraph. They don't understand all that. And they don't need to. That's the beauty of it. It's not a thing where it's like, oh, you don't understand it. That's terrible. No, this is the point of what mass adoption is. It's being able to utilize the technology without knowing it's even being utilized. You're just using it for whatever you want it for. But that's what mass adoption is. It's being able to use it without knowing it's being used. That's exactly what it is. So this is why I keep talking about with Hedera. Like I see a lot of examples of mass adoption with Hedera. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. These are the kind of examples. So this is great in my eyes. Like I really think this is a positive thing. I'm happy to see more about Zenny because, as I say, like from when I first covered them, I was really impressed with the idea because it's just not something I've heard of before, and I think it has massive potential. And just seeing the update now of how many like bookings and stuff they've done, that kind of thing, I'm like, wow, like it sounds like they're doing really well. So I'm happy to see that they're doing good. It's looking positive, and already, again, just from the human aspect, like it's helping the Caribbean people. Like that's great. Do you know what I mean? Like it's great to see that again. This technology is helping people's lives because they couldn't afford to keep doing these fees and stuff like that. It was just too much, and this like crypto technology takes that out of the way, and that's why I just love crypto just in general, man. Like I really like the potential boundaries that this breaks for a lot of issues that people have. Do you know what I mean? So like overall, I just really like this story. This is a great thing. As I say, I'll keep an eye on this. If I do see anything more, I'll obviously add to it. But another great use case here for Hedera, another great reason to be positive about its future. This is obviously helping with adoption as well. And it's also, again, another factor in terms of mass adoption. So it's just good all around the board, guys. So I just thought I'd share this with you. Thank you very much for watching this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell. Take care.